Yes, it's Coach Corley, and we're back on a fabulous Monday afternoon outside, and we're going to talk about a couple of things today. I hope to see a couple of you guys on here. If you have any questions, you can always type in the comments. I think we fixed that. So the first things we're going to do today is we're going to do a little bit of a Dryland routine. We'll do a little bit of a Dryland routine, and we're going to do some mental health stuff, and then we'll go back over protecting our shoulders. Okay, so those are the three things that we're going to do today. But the first thing that we're going to do today is, hi, Olivia, hi, Levi, what we're going to do is we're going to quickly go over a mental strategy so that we don't talk about it at the end after Dryland where I'm like out of breath, heavily breathing. So what I was thinking about today, and I saw it on Pinterest, and I thought this was a really good idea, is we're going to go over the things that we can control. So I know, especially as kids, you guys may often feel, like you don't have any control of your life, like you guys can't drive, or you can't really, you don't have, that autonomy that an adult has. So you guys, especially in this situation, you in some cases may feel especially out of control compared to normal. So what I would like for us to focus on today are the things that we can control and learn and work on not worrying about the things that we can't control. Okay? So an example of things that we can control would be, let's see, if we were thinking about our nutrition, the things that we can control. All right, one thing that we can control is that we can control if we're staying hydrated. All right, if we're staying hydrated. All right, are you drinking enough water every day, right? So I've got my water glass here. It's a really, really big one. Okay, it's a really, really big, it used to be a protein shaker glass. I think it's like 32 ounces. Okay. So I try to drink because I work out outside. I try to drink for me because I'm a grown adult. I probably try to drink somewhere in the realm of like maybe 3 to 4, but you guys don't need that much water because you're still a lot younger. So one thing we can control is, am I staying hydrated, especially as we get warmer? And if we do end up going back, if we get to go back in summer, if we get to go back and swim, then we don't want to be out of the habit of not drinking. We don't want to be in a habit of not drinking water. This is the best thing for you to drink is water. It's so good for you. It's good for your eyes. It's good for your brain. It's good for your muscles. It's good for everything. Okay, so make sure that you are drinking enough water, especially if you guys are playing outside a lot. Now that it's warmer, I think today was like 80, 83 here. So make sure that you are drinking water. That is one thing that is in your control, is staying hydrated. Okay, staying hydrated. The next thing that we can control, you can control your attitude, right? You can control your attitude, all right? You can control whether you're going to be positive or whether you're going to be negative. And you know what? Sometimes it's okay to be negative. Sometimes it's okay to be grumpy and frustrated that, that you're stuck in your house, you can't go anywhere, that you can't go to school and see your friends. And that's okay to be negative. And remember, in our last video, we talked about kind of identifying those emotions in our brain, saying, oh, I'm not just frustrated. I'm frustrated because I can't go to school to go see my best friend to go tell her about what's going on or tell her that I'm worried. All right. So your attitude, you can control this. All right. Oh, I didn't realize it was lighting. Okay. So your attitude, you can control your attitude. Another thing that you can control is, are you getting done what you need to get done? Is your schoolwork, right? Now, this can be sometimes kind of a pesky one, because I know with my students, sometimes this past week we had, for some reason, our Google quizzes were messing up and they were getting the wrong answers. And my kids were super, super worried about it. Okay. So your schoolwork. So what you can do when you focus on your schoolwork is when you are doing an assignment, you can make sure that you're doing the best that you possibly can. Remember, we don't want to slack off. Academics are so important. Academics are the first thing that comes, all right, our academics. Those are the things that we want to focus on, all right? So make sure when you're doing your schoolwork, you're doing a good job of it. Make sure that you're not, being lazy or, not doing your very best, because I know that you guys are all capable of doing of amazing things, and doing anything less than your very best is, wasting that gift of how talented you are. All right. So another thing that we can control, all right, is your kindness. Is your kindness. You can control if you're being kind or not. All right. More often than not, in the moment, it may feel like a good thing to snap at our sibling. Okay. So for instance, I was with my sister a couple of days ago, and I'd been with my sister for a couple of days in the house, and we hadn't gone anywhere. And, we got a little snippy with each other. Okay. And we're adults, and we got like snippy. So, and sometimes that can be hard when you're with the same people day in and day out, and you're just frustrated and you just want to get out. So make sure that you're being kind. All right. Always think, before something comes out of your mouth, think, would I appreciate it if someone said this to me? All right. Remember, if you don't have if the answer to that question is not immediately yes, rethink what you're about to say. Okay. Now, as far as I know, some of you guys, these are kind of some scary times, right? These can be a little frustrating. We don't know when this is going to end. We don't, we don't know what's going on. So as far as what's going on in the world, there are a couple things you can control. Okay. So I just want to address, if you get worried about, people not following the rules, remember, one thing you can control is, are you following the guidelines for what's happening? Are you staying in your house as much as you can? All right, guidelines. All right, so are you following the guidelines? Are you staying in your house as much as you can? Or, you guys can't really drive, but are you following those guidelines? Remember, you can control that. Those are things that you can control. And beside that, what are something that we can't control? We can't control if other people don't follow it. Hi, Mackenzie, I see you. All right. So we can't control what other people are doing. All right. So things I can't control, what other people do. Okay. We can't control what other people do. Okay. Another thing that we can't control, we cannot control how much toilet paper is at the grocery store. Okay. We can't control how much toilet paper or chicken noodle soup is there. All right. That's a funny one. I messed that up. All right. How much, you might see my dogs, toilet paper or soup is at the grocery store. And we'll just abbreviate that GS. Okay. So how much toilet paper or soup is at the grocery store? You guys cannot control that. All right. You can't control how other people act, and you can't control what's at the grocery store. Okay. Another thing that I want you guys to know that you can't control is you can't control when this ends. Okay. So we don't know when it ends. All right. So we don't know when. Because I know sometimes we get worried about that, and that's a really normal thing. And that's okay to talk about, that we're worried about, we don't know when it's going to end. Okay, I want you guys to know that's really normal. That's okay. My school kids have asked about it. All right, and I want you guys to know that it's super okay, like we don't know when, and that's okay, and totally normal that you might be a little worried about it. Okay, so know that you can't control it. The only thing you can control There is, you can control your nutrition, right? You can control if you're staying hydrated. You can control your attitude, your schoolwork, your kindness. Are you following the guidelines? All right, let's go back to schoolwork. What's one thing you can't control? You cannot control Google Classroom sometimes. Sometimes you cannot control Google Classroom. Sometimes it has an issue. Sometimes, you can't control your Zoom call. You can't control your Google Classroom call. As long as you're trying your best, all right? So those are a couple of things I wanted us to go over. And that's one of the, no, you can't do that. Oh, this is Mojo, everyone. This is my dog. She's a good girl. She might interrupt us. She's trying to drink out of my cup. You want to say hi? This is her. She's the best girl. She's actually really naughty. She is. So just remember things that you can control. If you get worried about something, I want you to ask yourself the question, can I control this? Is this within my control? And if it's not, then let it go. Don't worry about it. And, work on the things that you can control. All right? Work on the things that are within your realm of control. So now that we finished that, and she's back. Hello. Gonna work out with us? Okay. So now that we're done, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna give you guys kind of a new. Olivia says hello, and Mackenzie says hello. Oh, she's super sweet. Okay, so now what we're gonna do a little bit of Dryland, but we're gonna start off, remember, with those exercises that we learned. All right, remember that exercise we talked about in our last live video feed? Okay, so in our last live video feed, we put our arms up like this, and we're going to remember there's strings attached to our elbows, and we're going to pull them to our low back. Okay, so I'm going to do it from the side, because what we want to do is we want to make sure that our shoulders, so see my shoulders, I kind of noticed this from years and years and years and years and years and years and years of swimming. My shoulders are kind of hunched, and I have to work on that because it's not good for them. It's not good for them to do that. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that they're pulling back, but I don't want to push my chest out because I actually didn't fix anything. My shoulders are still kind of slumped. So see, we have those joints in our shoulders. You can see them moving. All right. So what we want to do is we want to pull those shoulders, making sure we're not pushing our chin forward or our chest forward. It's not good for us. Okay, that's bad form, and we don't want bad form. We want only good form. Okay? All right. Hello, Xavier. All right. Okay. So make sure that our chest is nice. It's open. It's not crazy open. It's just open here. We're going to pull those arms up to about 90 degrees. I'm going to pretend there's strings attached to my back, all right, or attached to my elbows. Woo. All right. So, and I'm going to slowly, it's like I've got 1,000 pounds and I'm pulling them down. All right. And you're going to activate these, remember those 4 tiny muscles that we talked about, the rotator cuff? So see, I pull them down and you can see the muscle. All right. And I go really slow. And I want you to do that 10 times. All right. So 10 times pulling down. Okay. The next one that we can talk about, and I'm going to have to stand up for this one. Let me make sure it's going to show. Okay, so the next exercise that we're going to work on is you're just going to stand here, all right, with your elbow right here. It's not going to be out. It's not going to be in. Just kind of hanging naturally. And I want you to pretend like you're going to have to pull out like 1,000 pounds. So you're going to go, ah! You're pulling it out. Ah! All right, so you're activating those small muscle groups back here. Remember that rotator cuff, those small muscles that are super important. And they can be, they can make your life easy as a swimmer, or they can make your life super hard. All right, ooh, there's mosquitoes. All right, so we're going to do that same time. So you just do one side at a time. Don't do this, all right? What I want you to focus on is one arm at a time. You cannot do as good of a job just focusing on one arm as you would if you were just doing 2. So make sure you're going to start here, and you're going to pretend like you're pulling 1,000 pounds. Now, my elbow doesn't go anywhere crazy. It stays in that same spot. All right? I'm getting eaten up alive out here. All right? So it stays that same spot. I'm going to pull 1,000 pounds. All right. So we got those 2 exercises. We've got our robbers. All right. And you got your pulls. All right. So just pulling out, make sure the elbow stays tight. And you're going to activate those muscles back here. All right. Now for our Dryland. Is everyone ready? Is everyone ready? I'm going to wait for some comments to see if everyone's ready. Are you ready for some Dryland? We're going to go run to go get the toilet paper. Olivia's ready. All right. Are we ready? I see. All right. Xavier, are you ready? Mackenzie, are you ready? All right. I think Owen might be here. All right. Okay. So we are going to do, let's start off with, I think we should run to the grocery store to go get some toilet paper. All right. We're going to go run and get some toilet paper for 1 whole minute. All right. We ready? Okay. We're going to get some toilet paper. So first we got to jog to the grocery store. All right. When you're pulling those knees up, all right, I want you to engage your low abs. All right. Pull your belly button into your spine. Don't get lazy with those abs. All right. So we're just jogging to the grocery store. Oh, man. Xavier's joining me. Xavier's he's starting to pick up his pace. All right. So we're jogging in the grocery store now. And, oh, man, Olivia's there. All right. So it's me and Xavier and Olivia. And, oh, I see Owen. Coach Jared's here. All right. So we're going to start running because I see him running. And I see him running. So sprint. We got 20 seconds. 20 seconds. We got 20 seconds to sprint. 20 seconds. Go as fast as you can. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. Are you going to get the toilet paper? Are you going to beat Coach Jared or Coach Corley for the toilet paper? Or a cowboy? He's back there. And stop. Okay. Did you get your toilet paper? I hope so. Okay. Now, next thing we're going to do. So, first Dryland thing. And I will write it down so then I'll show it to you at the end. That way, you have like one physical thing to look at instead of just trying to remember what we did. So 1 minute, jog in place. Okay? Our second one is going to be those toe touches. So I'm on my stairs. All right? And what we're going to do, is we are going to do 1 minute. Oh, this isn't working. 1 minute of toe taps. All right, and this will work on a stair. All right, this will work if you got like a cooler or something too. We're gonna do 1 minute of taps. All right, ready, go. So see, I'm tapping. So you could be tapping, thinking about, and when you're doing this, you know, sometimes when I like to work out, what I like to do is I like to think about, you know, sometimes I think about things that stress me out. You know, this could be a good time to, you know, think about, what are the things that I can control? What are the things that I can't control? All right, we got 30 seconds left. All right, 20 seconds left. Make sure you're trying to tap it every time. You're getting those knees up. You're engaging your abs while you do it. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. All right. Take a drink of rest. We'll have 1 minute rest. All right. Okay, so while you're getting some water, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do 10 star burpees. Okay. And remember, with our star burpees, hands go on the ground at the same time and legs go out at the same time, all right? We're not going to do a push-up with them, all right? All right. Hands go on the ground at the same time, legs come up at the same time, and then we jump out into a star, all right? So we got 10 seconds. We got 10 seconds. Okay, so we're going to do 10 burpees. And let's reach for some toilet paper up at the top. So reach for toilet paper. Reach for some soup. Some fruit roll-ups. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one. Okay. I realized I just did regular burpees and not star jump burpees. So just realized that. So we will make a difference. You can do star jumps or you can do regular ones. Okay. So while we're taking a break, yes, Olivia, running up your stairs is good, but please be careful. Falling downstairs is no fun. All right. Falling downstairs is no fun. So be careful. Make sure you've got tennis shoes on. All right. Make sure it's daylight or there's light where you can see it. Definitely don't run up them and like in the dark where you can't see. All right. So 10 burpees. And this can be regular burpees or star burpees. All right, we ready for another one? Okay, we are going to do streamline jumps, okay? We're going to do streamline jumps, and then we'll do wall sits, and then we'll wrap it up, all right? So we're going to do 10 streamline jumps. Now, remember when we do streamline jumps, we want to get our legs nice and wide, all right? Our bottom needs to go all the way down to the ground. None of this, all right? None of this, 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 all right? We want a nice, deep, we want to get nice and almost get our bottom to the ground, and we want to jump up into a nice tight streamline. Now, this is not a streamline. 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 This is a streamline, okay? So my arms are behind my head. My head is tucked down. All right, it's not too far down, all right? My back's nice and straight. My belly button is pulled into my spine. My hands are together. We may have to, I get a bug in my eye. Okay, so we're gonna do 10 streamline jumps, all right? And let's see. Someone say, what are we gonna grab in our streamline jumps? What are we gonna grab? Oh no, Mackenzie, why did you fall going up the stairs? All right, let's see. Let's grab, I'm trying to think of what was out at the grocery store. Oh, gloves and masks. We're gonna grab some gloves and masks. Okay, you ready? All right, here we go. So going all the way down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! Okay. So we have 10 streamline jumps. Okay, our last one for today is going to be a 1-minute wall sit. Ah! Okay, 1-minute wall sit. Let me angle this. Okay, 1-minute wall sit. Whew. wall sit. All right, so making sure my feet are hip width apart. All right, now I wore a little bit more form-fitting shirt this time so you guys could see where my abs are at. All right, does everybody see that hole? Well, let's see. Everybody see that hole? So I was just doing this. Can we see that hole that's created in between my back and the wall? All right, that's not good. All right, we want that back flat against the wall, but we don't want this. We don't want this because what's in between? If I push my chest out, what's in between? There's going to be a hole, right? Does everybody see that? So how we fix that is we start from the bottom up. All right, we start from the bottom up. You don't build a house from the roof down. You build a solid house from the foundation up. Okay, and our foundation starts with our feet, and you can't really see them because of where the camera's at. But my feet, most of my weight is in my heels. There's no weight in my toes. All right, I'm able to pick up my toes freely and wiggle them. There's no weight on them. Okay, the front part of your feet aren't built for that. So what we do is my feet are kind of hip width apart. All right, they're tucked in. Let me see if I can get them a little closer. Okay, so I'm gonna get really low anyway. So they're tucked in nice and close. They're not too far out and they're not too far in. Remember, my knees should never, never, never. Your knees should never go over that ankle. All right, that knee stays right above that ankle at a nice straight line. Okay. The next thing we do is we want to tuck our pelvis. All right, that's our bone. These are our hip bones. All right, our pelvis in. All right, using that in. All right, and we're gonna start now. I pull my belly button in. All right, my back and my shoulders are straight. All right, and I've got about 40 more seconds. All right, if you can't do a minute, that's okay. If you can't do a minute, try to do 45 seconds. If you can't do 45 seconds, try to do 30 seconds. If you can't do 30 seconds, try 20. If you can't do 20, try 15. If you can't do 15, try 10. All right, I know all of you can do a good wall sit for at least 10 seconds. All right, I've got about 5 more seconds. Feeling the burn. And all right. Okay, guys. So your Dryland routine, and we'll do a new one on Wednesday. Okay, we'll do a new one on Wednesday. Our Dryland routine is 1 minute jog in place, 1 minute toe taps, 1 minute rest, 10 burpees, 10 streamline jumps, 1 minute wall sit. Okay, and try to do that. All right, and then at the end, rest for a minute. All right, and try to do this whole thing at least 2 times, okay? Try to do the whole thing at least 2 times. So now that I've worked out, what should I do? Well, make sure that you rehydrate. If you got nice and sweaty, it's warm here, so I got a little sweaty. All right. Make sure that you rehydrate, and then also make sure you stretch. Coach Lindsay put up a really good video about some low back stretches. All right, we'll talk a lot about stretching on Wednesday. We'll do a little bit of a Dryland, and then we'll do a lot of focus on stretching, just to really emphasize what Coach Lindsay talked about, because, stretching is really good. Stretching is one of the best things in the world for your muscles. It helps remove lactic acid. All right, so when you're really sore and it hurts your muscles, that's the lactic acid in your muscles, okay? So stretching helps remove them, or helps remove the lactic acid, and it also helps make our muscles more bouncy, so that when we're in competition, that muscle knows it can stretch and flex, and it can do it really quickly instead of doing it really slowly, and it has a much larger range of motion than just like a little bitty thing. All right, so you guys are super awesome. You are super great. Remember to try not to worry about the things that you cannot control. You guys try to worry about the things that you can control and do them to the best of your ability, because you are all fantastic and wonderful. And, I want to make sure that you guys are okay and you guys are awesome. I miss you guys so much, and I hope that you have a really, really fabulous evening. And I hope that I get to see you soon. All right. I'll see you on Wednesday, and be safe, and I will see you then. Bye. Bye, guys. Oh, what do I need to say, Olivia? Say what again? Uh-oh. Olivia, what did you need me to say again? Oh, that's Mojo. All right. Okay. Oh, she's napping. Okay. Bye, guys. Have a good day.